ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्। अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवत् गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। श्री भगवानुवाच दशोच्चानन्वशोचस्त्वम् प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे गतासु न गतासूंश्च नानुशोचन्ति पण्डिताः न त्वेवाहं चातुनासम् न त्वं नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम् देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरः प्राप्तिः धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यते मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्णसुखदुःखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्याः तान् तितिक्षस्व भारत यं हि न व्यथयन्त्येते पुरुषं पुरुषर्षभ समदुःखसुखं धीरम् सुमृतत्वाय कल्पते नासतो विद्यते भावः नाभावो विद्यते सतः उभयोरपि दृष्टोऽन्तः त्वनयोस्तत्त्वदर्शिभिः In 12th verse of second chapter, Bhagavan has proved Sarve vayam atah param. Atah vayam, we all are param. In which way param means nitya. So Bhagavan says, Aham jatu na asam iti na. Means I was not there before. In past, it was not there. Same way, natvam. Even you were not in past, is not there. Na ime janadipaha. Same way ime means this. Janadipaha means all kings were not there. Itina, this na will go with all na. That's why in past we all were there. Right now, in present tense also, we are all available. And in future, Bhavishyamaha, in future, we won't be able, it is now. So in future also, we all will be there. Means we are all available in 3 periods of time. Ataha means for this purpose, sarve vayam, all of us, param. So asmad dehat, which given bodies to us, we are actually param. We vayam nityaha, we all are nityaha. That we have seen. In 13th verse, Bhagavan says, we are keep on changing different type of state in this life also. So he says, Asmin Dehe, in this body, Dehinaha, one who is dwelling inside this body is called Dehinaha, consciousness. Even we call it Jivaha. If we call Jivaha, otherwise we can call it a Chaitanya also. So this Chaitanya is always witness of Kaumaram, Yauvanam, Jara. This jiva is keep on changing the body, and in this body also this jiva has seen our Kaumaram avastha, means our teenage avastha, Yauvanam, we says youth, and Jara means old age. And after that, when Prarabdha karma will over, Dehantara praptihi. Then again, new body will be get. In this matter, tatra, in such matter, dhiraha na muhyati. Dhiraha means viveki, discriminative person, never get deluded, he never affect to anything. This is the meaning of 13th verse, and we are seeing 14th. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkadaha. So before that, I would like to share this is 14th verse. Before that, Shankaracharya has written a beautiful bhashyam, and he says, I will translate, you need not to worry, but Shankaracharya ji says, Arjuna may ask the question to Lord Krishna, and which type of question? So he says, we know Nitya Atma. We know our Atma is Nitya. We janata. We know everything. Now you have already taught us Atma is Nitya. Natyevaham jatu nasam. But still, we are seeing mohaha laukikaha drishyate. A person become mohaha. They feel sadness. They are sorrowful. We have seen where shitoshna dukkha prapti nimitta. Whenever they have got some cold and heat, sometimes happiness, pleasure and pain, at that time, laukika mohaha drashyate. At that time we see people are in pain. Mohaha here is not delusion, but they are in pain. It is sin. And what is called shokaha? And what is the name of dukkha? So he is given very beautiful way, Shankaracharya ji. He says, Sukha viyoga nimittaha dukkha. So whenever we are departed from our happiness is called dukkha. And what is shokaha? What is sorrow? So Shankaracharya ji says, dukkha sanyoga. When we are connected with pain and whatever we feel is called shokaha. And we are experiencing in our life. So what should I do? If Arjuna asks, before that only, Bhagavan has replied in 14th verse. And that verse is Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkadaha agama payino anityaha tan titikshasva bharata. We have seen matraha sparshaha means matraha sense organs, sparshaha sense object. When they are come into contact at that time, they will give daha. They are the giver of what? So Bhagavan says, Shita Ushta. Sometimes they give Shita, cold. Sometimes they give heat. Sometimes this contact of sense organ and sense object can give happiness, sometimes pain. So they are giver of pleasure, pain, they are giver of the cool and hot, everything. But what we have to take, how we can take like them, so they say, Agama apayina nityaha. They will come and they will go. Here, matraha sparshaha, I would like to one more confirmation. Even other people's bodies are also we consider as a sense object. This body is a sense of for other people. For us, this is body, but for other people is a sense object. So Bhagavan says, whenever this sense organs and other sense body or when any object, they come in contact, because when people's body, there are many relatives, we consider as a sense object. They may depart also. At that time, such they will give pain. And such people where come in contact, our relatives will come, we feel a pleasure. So even these bodies of our people, they will give pleasure and pain. And this nature can give good heat and coldness. But how we have to bear this? Bhagavan says, Agama apayina. They will come and they will go. That's why they are not permanent. They are anitya. And for that reason, Titikshasva Bharata. There is no any other alternate. We have to endure. Titikshasva Bharata. And we have seen up to here. We start from here. Matraha Sparshaha. So Matraha, sense organ, Sparshaha, what these all five, Vishayaha, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandha, they are called sense object. When they are come in contact, so they will give different type of pairs of opposite, sometimes Shita Ushna, sometimes pleasure and pain. But we have to remember Agama Apayinaha. Agama means they will come, Apayinaha, they will go. That's why they are not permanent, they are anityaha. Even I have written Mana Apamana at Vignan Mekosh, Mana Apamana at Buddhi level, even Sanyoga Viyoga. Our own people who consider is very near to us, they can come also in our life, they depart also. When their life is over, everything is give always pleasure and pain. What we have to do, Bhagavan says, Titikshas. So today I have found that the meaning, whatever the nature of sense object and contact with sense organs, they never change. They will come and they will go. So we have to, and we cannot change their nature. So what we have to do, there is a nothing, we have to accept as it is. So yesterday what I was talking about, this palandu, the meaning of palandu means onion. Onion is very good in heat. Onion must be good all, every time. But who never have onion in their life, they think onion is stinking. So they have said, palandu means they have their own nature, onion is. So if we would like to change the nature of palandu, so one person has tried. So this is coming Subhashitam. They say, if we keep palandu, karpura, dhuli, rachita, lavala. So we can bring, there is a one pot. In that pot is full of karpura dhuli, this camphor. We put camphor inside, that always we have good smell. So karpura dhulita rachita lavalaha, and we put some, some clay. So which type of clay we have to put? So it says kasturi kampaka nimagna nala. Kasturi, you might have heard in that deer, the navel of the deer is the one kasturi. It is very good fragrance. So if we got this kasturi and we put along with the clay, so always we can have good fragrance. And Ganga Jalehi Sikta Samula Vala, whatever roots of this palandu, we always pour Ganges water, Ganga Jalam, but still onion will give up its own nature. Swayam Gunam Munchate Kim Palandu. Palandu means onion. Kim Munchati. How can it can give up Swayam Gunam, one's own Gunam, one's own nature, it cannot give up. So whatever nature of other people, whatever nature of sense object, whatever nature of all over the world, we cannot change it. Like Palandu cannot change one's own guna, same way other people cannot change their own guna. So we should not try to change them. So Bhagavan says, so what we have to do? Nothing. Tam titikshasva Bharata. Endure them without any complaint. Chinta vilaparahitam sa titikshani gadyate. Somewhere we have seen this. That's why tam titikshasva Bharata. Chinta vilaparahitam. This, whatever we experience are agama apayina. They will come and they will go. That's why anityaha tan titikshvas. So I have written here somewhere, word is not good also, word is not bad also. Whatever Bhagavan has given in front of us, it is not good, it is not bad. Word is word, Jagat is Jagat. How we take in our mind, it only makes difference. So if we say why this, then we have lots of complaint. If we say Jagat is like this only, then our mind won't disturb. So accept the word as it is. That's why one should learn this attitude. No one will change according to our wish. If you keep on asking you, please change your attitude, please change your point of view, nobody will change. We should learn this. And another thing is, accept everyone as they are. This is only, we can say, the remedy. We should keep our mind quiet, calm, composed. In last one I have written, we are the mixture of two things. BMS means body, mind, sense complex plus aham, I. This aham is Atma and this BMS is Anatma. According to rule of Anatma, they never remain as it is, keep on changing. Same way, whole Jagat is Anatma, it keep on changing. Only one thing remains as it is called Atma, consciousness. And we are Atma, we are not Anatma. So whatever changes takes place in BMS or other people, we can't change them. And more Atma and Anatma we'll see later. But we are a mixture of this. Anatma is called Jada, inert. Another name of Anatma is Jada. And here Atma is called Chaitanya. Another name of Anatma, just now it's good. Anatma is Jada, inert. Yeah, it is inert. And this consciousness is sentient. So we are not Anatma, we are Atma. But we are too close with Anatma and we think we are Anatma also. And this problem starts from this only. So we have to only like Sakshi. If we become Sakshi, then we won't affect. If we consider ourselves as a body, mind, sense complex, then all problem will start. So Bhagavan says, if Anatma always have some and other problem, Shitoshna Sukha Dukkha, only one thing we can do, Titikshasva. And why Bhagavan is gives so much emphasis of Titiksha? So for this, Bhagavan has replied in 15th verse. It is a very beautiful verse. Why we have to have some Titiksha? So Bhagavan says, Yam hina vyathayanti ete purusham purusharshava samadukha sukham dhiram somrutatvaya kalpati. So actually, He Purusharshava is a sambodhanam of Arjuna. And Bhagavan says, Ete. Ete means Sukha Dukkha. Shita Ushna, pair of opposite. Yam Purusham, a one person, na vyathayanti. If they cannot able to disturb any person, that person considered as a dhira, wise person, because for that person, sama dukkha sukha, because for that person, he is balanced in pleasure and pain, both. In such person only, saha amrutatvaya kalpate. Somebody says, I need moksha. Amrutatvaya, amrut, we have said amrutatvaya kalpate means amruta means moksha. Why? Namrutaha is called amruta. When we are never die, and when we can never die, when we never born. So if we never born and we never die, that is called moksha. If somebody would like to know what is moksha, then that person should be sama dukkha sukha. And why Bhagavan has emphasized so much, if our mind is always busy with why this sukham not come to me, why this dukkham come to me, this all question, if available question or confusion or conflict, whatever, if available in our mind, then mind won't be free to even think of who am I. So to keep our mind calm and composed, our mind should be balanced. Here Bhagavan has written Sukha Dukha, but we can add any pairs of opposite. Whatever. Not only Sukha Dukham, we can say Mana Pamana, we can say even Janma Mrityu, we can say even hunger and thirst. We can say Janma Mrityu, even Kaumaram Jara. All pairs are opposite. If our mind is balanced, then that person is deserved. Kalpate means deserved. He is a fit or deserved for what? Moksha. So Bhagavan has used new Sambodhana for Arjuna. Purusharshava. So what is the meaning of Purusharshava? So I have written Purusharshava means Rushabha. In Sanskritam there is a word Rushabha called bull. मैंने अपना प्रतीक बैल रखा है, अब मुझे मत या बैल means Rushabha means bull. So when there are herds of cows, if hundreds and hundreds cows are passing, if one bull is there, we can make out this is the bull, because height is little bit different, even is a big hump, so we can make out this is bull in among 100 cows. Same way, Bhagavan says if people are passing, 100 of people are passing, in between if Arjuna is standing, so Arjuna also we can make out this is Arjuna only. Because of his brilliance, because of his whole structure, his body, he has always, we can make out this is Arjuna. That's why Bhagavan says, you are Purusharshava. You are a bull among all people. Rushabha. But here I have written this Anvaya, He Purusharshava, Ete. This is a dual. Etam ete etani. And a dual means Sukha Dukkham. This Sukha Dukkham, Yam Purusham, for which Purusha, person, na vyathayanti, cannot affect. That person is Sama Sukha Dukkham and Dhiram. That person is balanced in both pairs of opposite. That's why it's called wise person. This wise person only Amrutatvaya Kalpate. This is deserved for moksha. Otherwise, that person is fit for. Shankaracharya ji is given the meaning of Dhiram is a Atmagnan. But when Bhagavan says Amrutatvaya Kalpate, so he is already achieved if Atmagnana, then need not to write Amrutatvaya Kalpate. So we can say there are two types of Dhira. Dhira means wise person, one who is relatively calm, and one is absolute calm. Because who is Atma Gnani, he never, so this is absolute, Shankaracharya discussed, but in my thinking, it should be relative. Because Bhagavan says, then only he is deserved for moksha. So relatively means whenever some pleasure pain comes, whenever some pairs of opposite come, he can balance his mind or her mind. With which way? It's only one way. Whatever comes from Ishvara, Ishvarasya Dattam, Ishvarasya Prasadam, I should not resist. This is called, our mind will be relatively calm. This is called Dhira. So we don't have any type of argument for Ishvara. We don't have any type of complaint for another people. It's called Samadukkam Sukham. So ete, what is written here? So I have written, what is the meaning of ete? Means both of this. Both of this means pleasure and pain. Sukha dukkham, we can add any pair of opposite. Yam purusham, a person to whom sama dukkha sukham, who remains same in pleasure and pain, and whatever comes. So I have written one good story. Is always from Pujya Swamiji. He said, is mentioned in when, how can we keep our mind balanced? So this is story, so and so what. Pujya Swamiji's good story. He says there is a one philosopher. He is philosopher also and he is a businessman also. That person have gone to one island for business. And here, in that island, he earned a lot of money. And all money he used to send to his family. And his family was somewhere else in some other place. Their wife was there, 3 children are there. So he used to send all money to their family. So after some year, this philosopher has decided, let my family should stay with me. Why we are living separate? If they come to the island, we will be happy, we can live together. So at that time, no, even no mobile, no WhatsApp. So he sent some letter and he asked the whole family member, you please come with him. Whatever I have earned with all wealth, you come over here, we will stay here, we will enjoy. So these all are ready. And they have hired one boat, we can say vessel, to sail it out up to the island where this philosopher used to live. So they all are boarded in the boat with all wealth. And it started. This boat has started up to the island. Meanwhile, this philosopher has got news. Anytime cyclone may come. When from where your boat is passing with family, maybe cyclone may come. So he says so, because he was upset. Then immediately after some second, he says, so what? Let it come. Then after 3 days, that person came again. He says, now really, this cyclone has struck the boat and it is a total ocean is rough, sea is rough, and your boat, it just goes up and down. Then again he says, so, and after some few seconds, he says, so what? Even after 3 days, again he has got news. Your boat, your family, your whole wealth, everything is sank down inside the ocean. Nothing is remained. Everything is gone. Still, he says so. He was shocked. And after 2 to 3 minutes, he says, so what? So Swamiji said, so means he was in the shock. And when he says, so what? Means he has accepted. Let it be. So in our life also, there are many so. We are shocked having listened somebody's, but we should come from so to so what. So what means we should ready to accept whatever happens in our life. If we are ready to accept, It is called samasukha dukham. Then only our mind will be at peace and is prasade sarva dukkhanam hani asya upajayate prasanna chetaso viyasho buddhi paryavatishta. So Bhagavan says it will come in sthita pragnasya. If our mind is cheerful, is peaceful, then only Atma Gnan will stay. Otherwise it won't stay. That's why we have to prepare our mind for samasukha dukkha. If really we are interested, amrutatvaya kalpata. If we are interested in moksha, so our mind should be balanced. Any type of pairs of opposite, navyatiyanti, they cannot affect us. We should not be depressed at the same time. We should not be elated also. Both is not good condition. So Bhagavan says that person eva sa purusha eva is eva means only amrutatvaya kalpata. It is fit for moksha, it is deserved for moksha. Because otherwise we keep on complaining, why this happening in my life? So this two shloka, Bhagavan has not described our real nature. Only Bhagavan has described whatever come in our life, we keep our mind ready for titiksha. Whatever come, let it come. But now, next verse. Beautiful verse. Na sato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate sataha, ubayorapi drashtontaha, tu anayoho tattvadarshibhi. This shloka is called Granthi Shloka. Node. When people get married, no, there is what you call node. Node. And this node is very difficult. Lifetime we cannot come out. Same way, this is also Granthi. So we have to try to remove the node. It is called, that's why it's called Granthi Shloka. And why it is called Granthi Shloka? It is a good story. It is not story, maybe happen, I don't know. But it says Vedavyasa has decided to write Mahabharata. And everybody knows in Mahabharata is total 1 lakh shloka. And who can write and who can dictate this shloka? So Vedavyasa has requested Ganesha, can you please come and whatever I ask, can you write it? Ganesha says, okay, I have no problem, but only one condition. You should not stop. Without any break, you have to keep on asking me to write. So each and every shloka come one by one. Then only I write. Otherwise, I will get up. If you say I would need some rest, I need some break, then I will get up. I won't write. So Vedavyasa says, okay, but I have also one condition. So Ganesha says, what? He says, each and every shloka you have to write with understanding. Without understanding, if you write it without any meaning, what is the purpose? Then Ganesha says, okay, I am ready. So he has removed one his tusk. That's why Ekadantaya Vidmahi. He has removed his tusk and he started writing. So sometimes Vedavyasa would like to go out. Sometimes Vedavyasa feel to take bath. Sometimes he would like to take some rest. So what he used to do, he gives some difficult shloka. And when difficult shloka comes, Ganesha has to think, what is the meaning of this shloka? He start to understand this shloka. He just go out. He can rest and again he comes back. So some Granthi shloka are available in Gita. This is the first Granthi shloka among this. Even Syam Jagrati Bhutanya Nisha Sarva Bhutana. This is also another Granthi shloka. Karmaniya karmaya pashyet akarmani cha karmaya. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. Are all are called Granthi shloka. So this is also called Granthi shloka. So there are actually 3 sentences inside. nasato vidyate bhava. Na bhavo vidyate sata. When I was used to study Sanskrit with our local teacher in my native, so he is not serious about Gita and everything. So he asked me, he say, you know, to Arjuna, Bhagwan always asks to offer chai. There are many times Bhagwan says chapi, chapi. If you have noticed, chapi, actually it's cha plus api, but is being a dirgha sandhi, so he says chapi. So Bhagwan is always asked to Arjuna, you have a tea, because otherwise you go to sleep. So one thing, and another thing, Bhagwan also used to offer snake to Arjuna, and where he says nasato. So in Gujarati, nasto means snakes. Not a nasto, but there's a nasto. So he says that's why Bhagwan keep on offering, so his student should not go into sleep. So he says that's why this nasto. But actually the nasato, there are two sentences. Here, na asataha. Asataha bhavaha, this is second, na vidyate. First sentence is asataha bhavaha na vidyate, and second is sataha abhavaha na vidyate. Two sentences. Asataha means which is not real. So asataha, there is a no thing like asataha. So there is a no things like asat, and there is a never absence of sat. It's called sataha or bhavana vidyate. But what does it mean? Even we have said, but we cannot understand. So we should go, because we have like Ganesha. Now, if Ganesha takes time to understand, we also need some time to understand. So I have written this. Anvaya is asataha bhavahana vidyate. This is the first sentence. Sataha abhavana vidyate. But we should understand what is asat and what is sat. Then we can say, and even we don't know what is the meaning of bhava. Abhava, no absence. So let's see what Bhagwan would like to convey to Arjuna. So I have written here. We say nature. Sometimes we say my nature is like this. So nature we can translate in Sanskrit as a dharma. And Shastra says there are two types of dharma in our body. There are two types of dharma. One is called intrinsic nature. It's called Swabhavik Dharma in Sanskrit. Swarupa also we can say. We can write here Swarupa also. So it's called intrinsic nature, Swabhavik Dharma or Swarupa, and one is called Agantuk Dharma. Agantuk we can say is incidental. Sometimes it comes and goes. So we are a mixture of intrinsic nature and we are the mixture of incidental nature. So what is the meaning of intrinsic, or what is the meaning of Swarupa? So we have seen many times, but still I have written, which always with us all the 3 periods of time is called our intrinsic, which is available when we are born, which is also available even we are getting old. One who never away from us, it is called our intrinsic nature. So I have given one example. Fire has heat. Same. We have seen in Tattva Bodha, Agni's intrinsic nature is Agni has Aushnata. Agni has heat. And heat is intrinsic. It never gets changed. So this type of nature na agachyati. na gacchati. It never comes also, it never goes also. Always remain with us is called nitya. This is intrinsic nature. And another is called agantuka dharma. In English is called incidental nature. Otherwise, we say temporary. So I have given, if there is a vessel, we fill with vessel with water and we put on fire. We keep fire here and this water become hot. So hotness of the water is intrinsic nature or incidental nature. So we can say the hotness of water is incidental. Jalam always shitam is always cool. But if we say this is hot water, means the hotness is the incidental nature. It comes also agachati, gachati. It comes also, it goes also. So agama chet, apai. If arrival, then departure also. Same way, this body, we are having this body 5'7", 5'5", 5'8", whatever. Before birth, body was available, our body. After death, whether we like or whether we don't like, but we have to give up this body. So after death, body will be available. We say no, then body also is agantuk. Body is incidental nature. This is not our real nature. This is not swabhavik nature. So this body is called incidental. Now we are using many times this word satya and mithya. Satyam definition now I need not to give because we have told many times. Yat vastu yena nishchitam na vyabhicharati. We remain as it is called satya. And this is another name is intrinsic nature. Whether we call aga. Swabhavik dharma, intrinsic nature is called satya. In here, this satya is called as a sat. In Taittiriya Upanishad, the same Sat is presented as a Satya. Satyam Gnanam Anantam. There where the meaning of Sat is existence. Is called, not EX, but existence is called Sat. And in our life, can we ask anyone, you please check it, I am available or not? So this is Sataha Abhavaha Na Vidyate. There is a never absence of Sat, this existence. But we have to always be careful whenever we say Sat. Sat means existence. So along with Sat, always Chit together only. Because Sat and Chit are not two separate entities or two separate realities. If we say, somebody says, check I am there or not. So when we say, yes, I am, M is Sat, I is Chit. So always Sat is equal to Chit. So Bhagavan says that Sataha, that existence, Abhavaha, na vidyate. It is never possible. It is the absence of Sat. Inside also, even outside also. Outside this body. So I have given, Shankaracharya has given example. I have just put it. So when we say, suppose pot is, when we say table is, when we say pen is, and even when we say cell phone is. If we take all four things, still is will remain. Only they don't have any sub-object to reveal it. That is called existence. So without object also, is means is asti asti asti. that will always be there. It is self-revealing Sat, ever exists. Even this word is here. Even without word also, this self Sat is always exist. That Sataha abhavaha na vidyati. That existence never be absent any period of time. Trishu kaleshu. But if we consider our physical body, subtle body are available in deep sleep. So that's why I have written. Just now we are studying Tattva Bodha. When we go to sleep today only in Shushupti, we are feeling, what was this? Swayam apito bhavati. We are in deep sleep. We have no identification with this Sthula and Sukshma Sharira. Then what we feel, always happy. But there is something who available in sleep also. I had good sleep. That I had good sleep is nothing, but there is a Sat. I always used to say, if we ask someone, you check, is anybody in room? Then we say, no, there is no one in the room. The still is there who is reporting, no, nobody. Same way we say in body, anybody is there. In sleep, we say, no, nobody is there. No body, no mind. Still somebody is there to report it. It's called Sat. It says, this Sat is never, and we can't say it is absent. It ever exists. So that I is always available. So it is abhavaha na vidyate. So this I always with us. This is our real nature. I am is, because when we say he, she, it, at that time we use is, but when we use I, same we have to use us am. So whether am or is nothing but existence only. It is always available without universe also, with universe also, and whole Jagat is just superimposed on this existence, nothing else. But we are giving too much importance to Jagat. We are forgetting what is the truth of this whole world. This Sat, abhavaha na vidyati. It never be absence of Sat. This existence always be with us. And this is our real nature. Sat is our real nature. And another was asataha bhavana vidyat. So what is I have told incidental. Another word, it is called mithya. Satya and mithya is presented here in Sat and Asat. So this mithya, so again what we have seen, pot, ornaments, wood furniture, everything is, we say, is a mithya. Why? Relatively, pot is incidental, clay is real, chain is incidental, gold is real. So all this pot, wood, furniture, everything we are considered as a mithya. So they are called agantuka. Is a incidental nature. They will come and they will go. And this asat here present is mithya is presented here in the form of asat. I think in Viveka Chudamani, sat asat bhav anirvachani it comes. But here asat is mithya. That's why Bhagavan says asataha bhavahana vidyate. There is no such solidity in asat mithya. So what is the grossification? What is the gross matter of pot? We can't say pot is a gross thing. Clay is a gross. What is the pot? Nothing. There is no sustain inside. So the pot is only name and form. Whole Jagat is like that. That's why it says asataha bhavahan. More and more we investigate them, more and more we go backward. There is what is the cause of pot, then clay, what is the cause of clay, then we say earth, what is the thing we can bake and bake. There is no bhava. There is no self-existing. They are always dependent on others. Everything are called asat. But still, I can say sat. Sat is called existent. Here asat is called mithya, but really speaking, there is a non-existent. But here mithya, it is not sat also, it is even not non-existence also. It called mithya. Other places, maybe in Taittiriya, they have called asat as a non-existence. But here, asat is equal to mithya, we have to be careful. That other people say, Bhagavan are confused. Bhagavan doesn't know what is mithya or what is sat. But here, asat is equal to mithya. Generally, they use asat is a non-existence. Asato sat jayate, kim va in Taittiriya Upanishad. So whole Jagat is asat. In being asat, in mithya, there is a no, we can say, there is a being, only is names and forms. I used to say, these 5 minutes are left, we say, this is pot. But now having Vedanta's knowledge, we say this is not pot, but this is a clay. Then what is the correct? How can we call this? We can say this is the potty clay. In Puja Swamiji's language, we say, yes, potty is not that potty. P-O-T-T-Y. This is a potty clay. Means we understand this is a clay, but it's now it is look like a pot. So whenever we say is a potty clay, if then we goldy chain, then our focus will be on Upadan Karan. If we say pot, then we always miss the Upadan Karan. But if we say this is a potty clay, then our focus will be on clay. Pot is thus intrinsic attribute. Same way when say goldy chain, so our focus will be on gold, chainy gold, yeah, chainy gold. So our focus will be on gold. Chain is intrinsic attribute of gold. Same way whole people, you know, in whole Jagat there are many people. So what we have to say, suppose there is a one person is called Devadatta. We can't use any person's name. Devadatta is old name. Shastra, they use Devadatta. But Devadatta after all is nothing but Ishvara, no? Because Ishvara is Upadan Karana of all. So what we have to pronounce, how we have to call Devadatta? Oh, Ishvara in the form of Devadatta. So like potty clay, same Devadatta Ishvara, Devadatta Ishvara. How we call Devadatta Ishvara? Then our focus will go to Ishvara. So whenever our any transaction we do, then our focus, we are whatever we are doing, is not Devadatta, we are doing transaction with whom? Ishvara. I think nobody's understanding. Suppose let me write. Suppose pot. Huh? Somebody's chat. Can we say ourselves as clay appearing as a pot? Yeah, we can say yes. Yeah. But same way, suppose in Swamiji's language, let me clear this. Suppose we say pot. Instead of pot, if we say potty clay, means clay in the appearance of pot. Same way, if some ornament, chain, let me say ring or something. So we say ringy gold, means gold in the form of ring. Same way, if some person is there, maybe male or female, whatever. So if we say daya, the name of one lady. So how we call Ishvara, who is appear in the form of Daya. But we can't say ringy gold, but how we can call Daya, I don't know. But we say Daya is, Ishvara is appear in the form of Daya. If Devadatta, we can say Ishvara is now appear in the front of me as a Devadatta. So our focus is on Upadan Karana. Our focus is not name and form. So whole Jagat, so Daya or Devadatta is Mithya, like here pot and ring are Mithya, Upadan Karanam is Satya. Same way whole Jagat is Mithya, Ishvara is Satya. So starting from the universe up to our even body, mind, sense complex, everything is incidental. The whole Jagat are Asat, and this Asat are called Mithya. So what is the intrinsic attribute that this is Sat? This Sat is given in Chandogya Upanishad. I have written here, Sadeva Somya Idamagrasit. This Sat, this existence, Idam Jagat, Agre Asit, before creation, this Jagat was in the form of Sat only. In that Sat is Ekam Eva Advitya. This is non-dual, one. But more we will see on Monday. Okay. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.